If you're tired of the same old lettuce salad, try my Brussels sprouts and apple salad. Hearty enough to be a meal, it uses apples and cranberries to provide sweetness and crunch and a mustardy vinaigrette that gives it the perfect zing. Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Let's Celebrate TV. I'm your host, Peter Lee. On this channel, we teach you all about celebrating. We share recipes for food, hors d'oeuvres, cocktails, and we share entertaining tips too. Now we try and keep it all as simple as we can, especially for those of you out there who say that you just can't cook or entertain, because we know that you really can. So if you like this episode, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and you'll get a new episode every single week. Today, our celebration is all about salad. We're making my new favorite, wonderful and fresh. It's a Brussels sprouts and apple salad. So let's get started. We're going to start today with the vinaigrette. Why are we starting with the vinaigrette? First, we want to give it a chance for all the flavors to marry, but there's another reason. In this big bowl, that's how we're going to start it. We're going to start with 4 ounces or 120 mils of extra virgin olive oil right in the bowl. Next, 2 ounces or 60 mils of apple cider vinegar right in. Next comes the juice of 1 lemon. All that brightness and acid, perfect for vinaigrette. Now, I said this is a mustardy vinaigrette. We have 4 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. This is going to help it emulsify and stay combined and add tons of flavor right in our bowl. Okay. Next, honey. Just 1 tablespoon. Everyday honey, whatever kind you like, right in. This is going to give a little sweetness, kind of tone down all the acid just a little bit, but really provide balance for it. And then a healthy pinch of salt and pepper. Pretty easy so far. Now we're just going to grab a whisk and we're going to whisk it all together. Simple. And it comes together just that quickly. Now we're going to leave this in this bowl. I'm going to set it aside for a few minutes while we talk about the salad ingredients. Okay, let's talk about the salad ingredients. This is a Brussels sprout salad, so let's talk about them first. Here's my food processor bowl. This is 1 pound or 454 grams of fresh Brussels sprouts. Now, you can get fresh Brussels in a packet in your produce department year round. You really need to use fresh and not frozen. Frozen are not going to work for this. So all I did was I put them in the food processor. I used the slicing blade and it just sliced them down. This is kind of what they look like when they're all done. It took minutes. But what if you don't have a slicing blade or a food processor? You can do it with your knife. It's going to take a little longer, but it's good practice for your knife skills. All you do, slice them down just like that. Being careful. They don't have to be perfect. You just run your knife right down. Now this goes pretty quickly for just a couple of them, but when you're doing a whole pound, it's going to take a little longer. Now I'll leave a link up for my favorite food processor. All right, now let's assemble this salad. Back to our vinaigrette. The vinaigrette is in the bottom of the bowl for a reason. As we add the ingredients, then we're going to toss it, and that's going to provide an even coating. So let me show you how fast this goes. First, our Brussels sprouts right in. Next, I have one Granny Smith apple. I just washed it, cored it, and diced it up. Pretty simple. Right in. Next is 5 ounces or 170 grams of dried cranberries, what we call craisins in the US. But dried cranberries provides color, a little more tang, and some sweetness. And then finally, this little interesting bit. I have a cup, or measures out to about 30 grams of freshly chopped parsley. You don't want to use dry, you definitely want to use fresh. What's that going to do? This is going to provide more brightness, more green, and it's just going to bring it all together, another little layer of freshness. Now watch how simple. We need to get in, mix it up. By having the vinaigrette in the bottom, you're not only mixing your salad well, everything is getting evenly coated. And it comes together just that quickly. So now I'm going to put the lid on this. I'm going to pop it in the fridge for about 30 minutes and let it relax, let all those flavors marry together, and then we'll do the tasting. Here we are. It's been 30 minutes. Took this out of the fridge. Let's take a look. Ooh, pretty. Now I want to give it a good mix, and then we'll taste for seasoning. Ooh. The cranberries look like little rubies all through the salad. Now, this is not the real tasting. Needs a little bit more pepper. Not much. Just a little. Okay. Now let's serve this. Here's a fun little tip that we discovered. If you have a pasta fork like this, look how easy this is. Beautiful. Now the proper tasting. But first, how pretty is that? So let's get one of these Brussels sprouts. That's really good. It's very bright. It's got all kinds of crunch. The Brussels are a little crunchy, but they're a little wilted from the vinegar and the lemon juice. So it's a nice chew. The apples and the craisins, brightness, crunch, sweetness. Wow, and that vinaigrette pulls it all together. I just need a little sip of wine. One of my faves. Okay, as always, we will have this recipe and instructions as well as links to my favorite food processor all up in the video description section on YouTube and on our website. We'll see you on Tuesdays for our regular episodes and Fridays for Basic Skills Day or cocktails. So until next time, remember, you're all invited to come on over, come on in, and let's celebrate. Cheers!